why do you think the XRP ledger is really, almost made for DeFi in a way? Because I think the throughput and different things make it a really good candidate for that. I don't know if you want to kind of speak on some of the, principles of the ledger that allow that to be successful.
Yeah, that's a great point. So the XRP ledger is not Turing complete, right? It's not intended to be able to build whatever application that a developer can think of. And that's the reason why we are looking into adding an EVM sidechain. But what it is built for, purpose built, from the ground up, is payments and value transfer. So it is incredibly fast, incredibly cheap for anything payments and value transfer. As I mentioned, it has a native order book DEX, which has a lot of sort of neat capabilities built right into it in terms of price optimization. And all of this happens for a fraction of a penny. So that's really our vision and our hope as we start to partner up with different interoperability players to really make the XRP ledger a hub for value transfer, so that it doesn't matter if you're transacting on Polygon trying to buy an NFT, or you're doing some advanced, DeFi strategy on Ethereum. At the end of the day, if you want to swap token A for token B using the right cross-chain infrastructure, that'll execute on XRPL mainnet and land back in your wallet without you ever leaving the chain that you're on, and executing at the fastest speed and lowest price anywhere in blockchain. So that's the vision we're really excited.
Wow, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another CyberX video banger. In today's video, I have monumental breaking news for you guys. Everything that we've been discussing and talking about on this channel is coming into fruition at such a rapid pace. I do not think that, number one, every average day retail investors are ready, but mainly the XRP community that has been knocking DeFi and not paying attention to it because, again, we have not had access to DeFi as XRP holders over the past consecutive couple of years. That has all changed for the first time ever this year with the AMM launch, and it is only going to continue to scale. So as you guys heard Jazzy Cooper, by the way, welcome back to the CyberX platform. I'm super stoked about today because of some breaking news that just dropped, which we'll get into in just 1 second, via what is being launched on the XRPL in just a couple of days next week. Okay, we'll get to that. Stick around for the entirety of this video breakdown. We'll get to that breaking news, but I have to show you guys that we've been discussing and talking about this. So if you're new here, this is your first video on the CyberX platform, make sure that you go back, check out some of our previous video breakdowns. We have an entire yield playlist on the CyberX YouTube where we have been discussing and talking about this DeFi scaling massively on digital assets and in ecosystems that have never had DeFi access before. So with that being said, we have to head over, and I always have to bring this up to everybody's attention just to show you guys that CyberX, myself, Aqua, we were some of the pioneers in this space, bringing attention to what is being built out on the XRPL via the DeFi ecosystem and how that is going to scale massively over the next consecutive couple of years. On July 15, 2024, I said to you guys, last bull market cycle, XRP had no DeFi ecosystem helping boost momentum like ETH did. We already know that DeFi brought utility to ETH.
DeFi actually brought utility to ETH, right? Now, if you're holding ETH, you can lend it, you can borrow, you can stake, you can do so many things.
That has all changed now for the first time ever. You've seen nothing but DeFi developments on the XRPL. Buckle the F up. This ride will be different, utility bull run or not. The DeFi ecosystem alone on these networks are about to explode in TVL over the next 8 to 12 months. Fast forward a month after, in August, what happened? Open Eden launched tokenized T-bills on the XRP ledger. This fundamental piece was from August 1st, 2024, as you guys can see right there. What happened to the price of XRP after this was launched on the XRPL? Well, if we go back and we look at the date, look at this. Here's August 1st, 2024. XRP bottomed out when this happened, literally double bottomed out, and went pretty much absolutely parabolic to over $2.30, where it's currently hovering and sitting at now. That's why the news that I'm going to share with you guys in today's video breakdown is going to play such an important role. We've been telling you guys and been advocates of explaining that DeFi brought utility to ETH and is one of the main reasons why the price of Ethereum is where it's at today, because of the TVL locked on the Ethereum DeFi ecosystem. And that is all coming to XRPL. So if you guys aren't too familiar, right, going back to this fundamental piece from August 1st, 2024, what is Open Eden? Because a lot of people will be like, oh, it has nothing to do with DeFi. Well, if you head over directly to their website, look at what it says. Building the future of DeFi. Open Eden Labs' mission is to bring real-world assets to DeFi to unlock trillions of dollars in value. We believe internet native money will make real world assets accessible to everyone, creating more inclusive, permissionless, and free flowing economies. And I mean, look at the names here. You got State Street, KPMG, Circle. I mean, it goes on. You got freaking some of the largest financial institutions: Signum, Goldman Sachs, Deutsche Bank, Gemini, Morgan Stanley. Okay. You cannot make this stuff up. And again, what are they attempting to do? Allowing participants to earn US Treasury yields on chain. Okay. Yield is the future. Earning yield on your digital assets is the future. If you don't understand that by now, again, you are living in this 2017 to 2021 era. From 2021 up until now, everything has changed significantly. DeFi developments have scaled massively. Infrastructure has been built out. So that way, not only we as retail investors can safely participate in the DeFi ecosystem, but so can these financial institutions. These financial institutions, unlike retail, are not coming to buy and hodl these digital assets. They're going to come, buy up these digital assets at a very cheap price, and they are going to hold them and earn yield on them in their portfolios. You understand that? I mean, it is very, very apparent and very easy to understand the metrics behind it. Okay. And it is super easy to do the due diligence and research and stop being a skeptic of DeFi. So with that being said, we're going to head over to a panel discussion before I announce this news to you guys today that was just announced via what's being built out and introduced to the XRPL next week. Check this out. Odelia Tortman. Okay. Currently, right now, she has and works at the IFC as the Global Digital Finance Specialist of the World Banking Group, just to show you guys, again, some of her credentials. Now, this was a panel discussion that she partook in just a couple of days ago. This was posted on XRPL Commons YouTube page, where you can see here, it mentions Odelia serves as a director at corporate adoption at XRPL Commons with over a decade of experience across digital finance. I'm going to play 2 video clips where in this video from over 8 days ago, has only 87 views, people, just to show you guys that what we've been attempting to show people here at CyberX, no one in the XRP community for some odd reason is paying attention to. Now, it is my firm belief that everybody in the utility asset niche has been psyoped into believing that the road to wealth is to hodl these digital assets in cold storage long-term and sell them at some high price for fiat. That is most likely what everybody on the internet, in the sense of a retail crowd, in the XRP and XLM community, believe to be the case. Okay. That is not where the future is headed. We, as XRP, XLM, HBAR, utility bag holders, you guys catch the drift, will never, if you choose to do so, have to sell our digital assets for fiat in the future because of DeFi. Do you all understand? It doesn't matter if XRP is $1,000 or 50 cents. In the near future, I mean, you can do it now, but again, once it becomes more regulated, in the near future, you will be able to take your XRP, utilize it in the DeFi ecosystem to earn you passive income in the form of more digital assets that then you can go and sell for fiat currency. You do not ever have to sell your XRP for fiat currency. You will be able to utilize it to earn fiat currency. Do you see this? I mean, I don't understand why more people don't get what DeFi is or want to look into it. It's seriously crazy. So don't take it from me. Take it from an individual representative from the World Bank, okay, and the director of corporate adoption at XRPL Commons talking to you guys about this. This is, again, from 8 days ago. Let's just take a second and listen. I'm going to play 2 video clips. Listen to what she says here.
And we have all kinds of research development program whereby we collaborate with different types of universities across different types of PhD program in order to support existing R&D endeavors across the blockchain network. Second pillar that we have is the build, which is basically focusing on the startups and on the developers, whereby from one side, we're working with developers, offering different types of courses for developers in different types of levels of maturities from one side. From the other side, we have our residency program, which is XRPL Commons Startup Program. It's an in-house 3 months incubation program, which in every cohort focuses on different theme, whereby we introduce and provide access to the different residents to a wide spectrum of mentors and global experts, which covers everything that basically a startup entrepreneur needs to learn and know in order to develop a winning XRPL-based venture. So we're currently actually next week going to conclude the current cohort, which is focusing on DeFi.
So they're launching this thing next week that, again, their main focus is on DeFi. You guys heard that, right?
Actually next week going to conclude the current cohort, which is focusing on DeFi.
Okay, now let's play the second portion of this whole entire panel discussion that she was on, where she goes on to discuss the features of the XRPL. And again, I want you guys to pay attention to the slides. I'll read it, but look at what it says here.
Now, some of the key building blocks which makes the XRPL such an amazing tool, as I mentioned, first and foremost is the fact that we have a native decentralized exchange, which basically enables to buy and sell and conduct all kinds of capital markets activities and orders. And the important thing to say, as I mentioned, is that these functionalities was pre-built in the protocol from day one. So important to remember that other protocols are doing and enabling these functionalities by using smart contracts and by using all kinds of bridges and additional functionalities, which has its own challenges. But within the XRPL, these are basically pre-configured and pre-designed. We have basically the ability to issue the asset, which refers to everything around tokenization, right? To represent various types of assets. Today, of course, one of the key elements is around real assets tokenization, but we also have non-real world assets tokenization, and the entire play of representing, dealing, trading with all kinds of different types of asset classes. It's basically a pre-configured features of the XRPL. We have the AMM, which in the end of the day provides a lot of liquidity for the ledger, which is of course something that different types of vendors and solution needs, requires, and gain a lot from having. So this strong liquidity is being gained with having many banks, institution, companies, and of course Ripple itself, which are trading on top of the XRPL.
So I want to pause right there because she doesn't say this. She doesn't read the slide, but look at what it says here. And again, keep in mind, Jazzy Cooper, I opened this call with Jazzy Cooper mentioning that XRPL is built for DeFi. We have been advocates of telling you guys since July of this year, after the AMM feature launched in March, that DeFi TVL on the XRPL is going to scale significantly. And I just showed you guys physical freaking proof of Open Eden when they launched the tokenized T-bills on the XRPL. Open Eden, again, what is their goal? Bringing DeFi to financial institutions, bringing DeFi access to financial institutions through US Treasury yields. And again, when they launched this feature on the XRPL August 1st, what happened to the XRP price charts? Okay, this, you cannot make this stuff up, people. We've been trying to get you guys to pay attention. Look at the slide here. What does it say? Automated market maker, liquidity pools, bringing yielding assets to the ledger, as well as the ability to provide liquidity on your tokens. We now have that ability. People, do you understand that? And again, retail investors, especially in the XRP community, because we have been isolated over the past 4 years, pretty much ever since the lawsuit happened. We've been manipulated into believing that cold storage is the #1 solution, and to eventually sell our XRP for $30, $40, $50 or whatever for fiat currency. That is so freaking backwards, people. Okay, let me tell you what, the individuals that sell their XRP for fiat currency in the future are going to regret it so hard, instead of buckling down and learning about DeFi and what these people, individuals literally from the World Bank. Look at this. Here's Odelia Tortman on a panel discussion on XRPL Commons with 87 views. You can look at her credentials, and what is she talking about? DeFi, talking about utilizing your digital assets and the features that the XRPL has for you to do so, right? Now, fast forward to today. Let's sum all this up. I showed you guys Open Eden launching T-bills, showed you guys on the 1st of August what happened to XRP price bottoming out, going and rallying pretty much all the way to where it sits at now, $2.42. What Open Eden is, us talking about DeFi in previous posts, trying to enlighten people that this was going to scale the price of XRP significantly. Well, what was just announced? Check this out. Alicia, hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly, is pleased to introduce our latest tokenized real-world asset US Treasury bills on the XRP ledger. Beginning next week, users can stake XRP. Do you even, those two key vocabulary words are insane to even see together. Users can stake XRP to receive T-bill tokens and earn yield from the underlying asset. Oh my goodness gracious, ladies and gentlemen, smash that thumbs up button and subscribe. It says here, our first tranche opens on December 19th at 0300 in collaboration with VASP License Infinite Block, marketing the inaugural real-world asset launch on the XRP ledger in South Korea. This initiative represents the first of many real-world asset-focused products we plan to offer, including those involved in RLUSD. You guys cannot make this stuff up. I truly don't think people are ready. Now, keep in mind, this is not overnight bullish moonboy hopium and hype, but looking and zooming out long-term, understanding what we as manual retail investors now have the ability to do with our digital assets by taking them, and instead of selling them for fiat, we can go and deploy them in the DeFi ecosystem to earn passive income. It is so monumental of an opportunity that people are seriously sleeping on not taking advantage of educating themselves about DeFi right now. So with that being said, again, don't forget that we have an entire DeFi university in the CyberX Wealth 28 Club. Head over to cyberxtrading.com, get yourself educated on DeFi, understand what DeFi is and how to get your digital assets working for you, so that way you can remain adaptive and survive in this digital asset ecosystem long term. We have holiday discounts running still on the website up until December 31st, depending on when you're watching this video breakdown. Take advantage of those discounts, get yourself educated on what is happening, because again, we have been in the forefront of trying to wake people up and telling you guys, hey, look, we now have the opportunity as digital asset investors in these utility coins to utilize them in the DeFi ecosystem like we have never had the ability to do in previous years to this one. It is so monumental that this is happening again for the first time ever, and that people are seriously sleeping on these types of opportunities. Always strive to further educate yourself, and as always, be cognizant, be aware out there. I hope you guys enjoyed this video breakdown showing you all that this is materializing at a rapid pace, and what we have been discussing here at CyberX is starting to truly come into fruition. Put utility aside, put payments niche and cross-border payments aside, right? The DeFi ecosystem on the XRPL alone is about to scale the price of XRP significantly, not even including what it might be utilized in the near future via cross-border payments. Okay. So again, now is the opportune moment to further your education in this space. With that being said, none of this is financial advice. And as always, be cognizant, be aware out there, and I'll see you guys in the next video breakdown.